All right, boys. Let's talk about some team strategy for these next two games against the Icebucks. And I watched the whole game they played. They're on January 27th. The notes will be uploaded, so you'll have those. So I got a few things to lead you through here, and I think we can have a really good game against these guys, to be quite honest. Okay. Top players. So they have a few top players, Suzuki and Fuhashi or whatever, and they got Treo that was in the East Coast League, but they're in the document. But one of the things important about top players, when a top player has a puck and he's attacking, okay, it's extremely important. I don't care if you miss, but we like got to get to him early. And if he's really shifty and he can get through this first guy, that's okay because then you become the back checker from behind on him. Okay, so that we always are going to have someone on him fast as soon as he gets the puck, and then you become on the back if he can get around you, but then our next guy is there. So we always are squeeze him in there. All the best players this year, I want to do that. So if he's coming down the ice here like this, right, he's coming to defense, he's going to have some angle on. We're also coming from the back. So their best players were squeeze, compress them so they don't have time. Where they really love to get points and find good plays on the ice is they need more time. So we're going to try to eliminate that against their top players as fast as possible, especially when we're on this side of the ice, our side. Okay? Okay, I hope that makes sense. And then we're going to talk about the overload. Okay? And if we watch the Nico Icebucks film that I broke down, you'll see 2 times. There was a player on the Russian team there, and then we had a good presence in here. We had him pressed up against the boards a little bit. And then the next player came in. But both times they squeezed pucks out to a new player. And it went in the net there, right? We saw that. So just make sure that when we're going to come in to support and squeeze, we leave our guy to come grab pucks. That we see that this guy has very little chance to squirt pucks out. Okay, his stick's up in the air. The stick's up there, how's he going to make a pass? He can't, right? So then you can come in and help. And another thing about that, helping, leaving your guy to help, it's easier to do 5-on-5 because what happens here, if you were to get beat by this pass, this winger can drop down, right? So worst case scenario I want to see from our team is our wingers are too low. We're too low. And then we can react when pucks come out. We turn, come out, block pucks. But we're going to start the season always with our wingers in a position that's almost always too low. And that will help these type of plays when we overload and we make a little mistake there, that we have some support from the winger, okay? All right, so that's the overload. Now you guys are going to like the story. This story is about me playing in the Canadian Championships for Senior A. It's high-level pro hockey, but we didn't get paid as much anymore because it was after our careers. But what happened was they had a guy here, and then they had their 2 and their defense. And this was kind of like on a control breakout. So I was a center, there was a D, and I came and picked up the puck here. Okay? And we had a swing guy here and a swing guy here. Right? But as I'm coming up the ice here, I have now a D behind me. So I know in my head that best case scenario is 4 against 5, right? Because D's back here. So I came up here, I see this guy, and I turn, and I went back here. I went around, and I came back up again, and he didn't move. He stayed right there, and I turned. Okay? The 3rd time I came around, I had one hand on my stick. I had my hand on my hip, and I carried the puck around with one hand and my hand on my hip, and I went around again. And then I came up again. And on that next time, guess what this guy did? He came get me. Perfect, that's what I want. We're going to play patient hockey. We're going to break this system down. We're playing on the road, on their turf, and we don't have to play exciting hockey. They have to come get us. So if you ever see in the game, when you're coming up the ice, and you see there's maybe 2 of you, 2, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. Turn back. Pass it back. Pass back. Pass back. Pass back. Okay, we can enjoy the puck for as long as we want. Let's make them crumble under pressure. They're going to be like, what are they doing? But I'm saying to myself, we have to be patient and wait for the right opportunities to move forward through. We're not going 2-on-5s. We're not going to be able to dump pucks and recover them. They're just not the way it's going to work. So it's a good system to play, but this play should be more done when teams are on the road. It's not very entertaining to play this way. To play like that at home, that's ridiculous, okay? So that's patience, okay? Now the last couple things we have here. F1 and F2. We've talked about this before the university game. F1, right? He might have to start right here. He's going. F2, right? He can guess early, get there. But sometimes our F2 is really slow. He's back here somehow. He's too far away. If F1, if you see that he's too far away, don't waste your energy, okay? Don't skate so far all the way down here like this and chase the puck, and we'll chase it over there, we'll chase it back, and waste our energy because when we get the puck finally, we're not going to be able to score because we have no energy left. So it's okay. If you notice there's no F2, then just bail on it, okay? You might be able to go down there and sniff a little bit, see if you can cause some type of problem, but if you can't right away, if he just goes to his partner and he can't get it, time to come out and be right here, Islanders. Okay, let F2 come here. Here we go. We know what to do, okay? So that's F1, F2. Now the last thing, the most important thing. Okay, defense, right? Two things we're going to remember about defense in this game. The first thing is, when they have the puck down low and our D's on them, we can't look at the puck, boys, okay? Really important, Naoki, Yuki, Shuji, Shoda, I think maybe. Okay, we gotta have our eyes up, and I don't want too much stabbing at pucks. So it's like this motion, no, just play them, be patient. Okay, we'll finally get them, we'll push them in the glass, and then we'll get some support there to help you. But be patient, eyes up, okay? The last little thing about team defense is that we're gonna have this area protected, right in here. Lots of times, 5 guys. Here, wings low, right? Compress the zone low. Support in that tight areas there. And then when they come out, don't worry about it. Let's have patience. We'll follow our guy. We know how to play that, okay? So that's just one of the couple, well, it's a whole bunch of things on here that I want us to think about for the game. I don't think it's very hard. Getting on top players quickly, overloading with watch the sticks so that we don't get burned by that, but the wingers can come low to help. And the last thing I saw in these games is, man, is there a lot of penalties. So let's try to stay out of the box. I don't want this, we haven't done enough special teams as a team, so I don't know if we can compete with them in that part of the game just yet. But I will definitely be watching our even strength shifts. We know who we are, what our job is. Yuda's line, like, your job is not to let the other team score this game, okay? So take it seriously, figure out how to defend well. I know you guys can do it. And then Hirano and Atski's line, I need you to play good defense too. And then when you're, be patient for your chances. You will get chances this game. Just be patient for them. They'll come to you, okay? And we'll definitely get some chances probably on the power play. Okay, so that's the pregame strategy talk for this. I'll be watching the first period and then have some notes for you in between periods. And as we know from the previous game's notes, you could see my voice. Don't be longer than 35 seconds on the ice. Figure a way to get off the ice. Okay, boys? It's really, 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 really important. Okay? All right, let's have a great game.